Welcome back to the Crud Builder. Taking a little break from the creasing. Thought I'd do a short little different video just because the creasing is really physically intensive and I am not in great shape. So we're gonna plate the driver door, which I think I've hinted for a while that this was something that was coming, but today is gonna be the day that we actually do it. So I use a floor jack, got it roughly where I want it, kind of. I'm going to use this ratchet strap to just kind of suck it closer to the door, which will make it so that I don't have to gap weld as much. And then once I've got some welds put on here so that it'll stick on the door, I'm actually going to score it, bend it down, weld it, re-weld the score line, and do the same thing at the bottom. So it'll actually should contour with the door, but we'll see if I'm able to pull it off. So I'm gonna just get this ratchet strap in position for right now. I'm thinking the best way to go is going to be something like this. I'm going to have to attach it somewhere underneath the car, I think. I'm guessing just right under the frame. Not many good places to snag this guy. I guess that's gonna be the best I'm gonna get. Well, first, I put a nut in this apparently, somehow. So let's get this out. Alright, strap this on down here. Actually, just so that I don't snap. I'm gonna snap the ratchet strap. Trying to put something in between that's a little more soft. Nope, doesn't like that. Let's try it again. pretty close to the door. Maybe not on this side, but I don't want to tempt it any more than that. All right, I'll move the welder over here and get moving on this guy. Might have to put something for filler in there, but we'll see. Well, we've got a pretty solid bead on this side. I think I'm gonna leave the jack just because I don't want that single bead bearing all the entire weight of this. I'm gonna leave the jack in place, but I am going to remove the ratchet strap, move it over here and tighten it. And then I think that'll give me enough. Ooh. That'll give me enough support to remove the jack. And once I can remove the jack, then I should be able to score this, weld this thing more. And I think that's gonna work really good actually. I wanna get as close to the edge as I can with this ratchet strap. Suck it right to the side of the door if I can even. So we'll see if I can get it. Okay, I got the back done. Again, it's a little gap forming as you move higher because it's just kind of a rounded door. So I was able to weld it here, put a couple pieces of strap in just to decrease the gap. Weld those, and now what I'll do next is I'm going to score here, bend it down, and score here and bend it down. And so this will conform to the actual door. So I'm going to draw out some lines, grab a straight edge, mark out everything, and then I'll get to scoring. I've gotten the top scored and bashed against the door. I've cut a couple little notches out so that I can just weld this solid to this piece and to these pieces. And then I have a piece of strap that I think I'm just gonna run across the top, which I think will be better than trying to score it again, because that took a long time. So I think that's what I'm gonna do instead. But I'm gonna get this welded up and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm all done. Moving right along on the top. Rather than try to score it a second time, I just went ahead and filled the gap with a nice big piece of rebar and a few just old nuts and bolts that I had laying around, and re-welded some of the score cuts that I did, and it's starting to look pretty nice. I'm gonna have to re-weld this score, and then after I do the bottom, I'll re-weld that score. Wow, this took way longer than I thought it was gonna take, but it is done. Like I said, I gapped it with some square rods, some rebar, some nuts, some bolts. There's the bottom score. Got it welded along the bottom. There's just one little patch right there that's not welded. That's not a big deal. Other than that, it's welded up pretty solid. It's definitely going to provide me additional protection. I think I'm going to just take a quick wire wheel to it, see if I can clean it up, and give you a final one little finale before we call this video done. So hopefully you guys can see this pretty good. Took a little wire wheel to it. It definitely exposes that I'm not the best welder. Far from it. But I think these will hold, and it is tough, man. So between my cage bar, the additional bar that I added down in here, just the regular door welds, and now the plate skinning the door, I think I'll be pretty safe behind there. So I will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.